Stinky Tofu Club.
Welcome back to the club, ladies and gentlemen. On today's episode, we have a very special topic. And this is for all of your lonely asses out there, which is, has anyone tried online dating? And then afterwards, tips, red flags, what to avoid, how to really sell yourself to all of the ladies and gentlemen out there. And for this episode, we've brought in our special guest, Jen. Hello, Jen.
Hi.
Hello, Jen.
Hi.
Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. Yes, and we brought on Jen because out of my friend group, I believe Jen is the most experienced in this topic, in my opinion. Right?
The most.
I think so. So okay,
You're just
we can
out here
go
calling her out like this? Are you saying
Yeah,
that she's just
really.
online,
I'm
like
saying
she's
that
a serial
serial.
online dater? Or are you saying
Yeah.
she's like got some heavy riz?
Oh
just
my
got heavy
God.
game. I know, for just heavy
Yes.
game. Out of all the friends I know, just the most game.
Phenomenal.
Online game,
I'm
right?
so honored. I'm so honored.
We love it. So I guess before we get into this, I am curious. Are you seeing anybody right now? What is your situation?
Ooh, wait, hold on.
What?
We haven't caught up in a while. Are you seeing anyone?
Yeah.
Yes, kind of.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Like a situationship kind of, or it's very early kind of?
Both.
And was this person met through online dating?
It is actually. So.
See, I told you she's the best at this. What did I say?
There
Okay,
you
cool.
go.
That's
cool.
so what we've come down to is that Jen is one of those people that was very successful. Can we say successful?
I would say successful.
Depends on
Instead
what
of
your
meeting
definition
people,
is.
probably.
Yes.
Successful.
Okay,
well,
in
not just
meeting
meeting
people.
people, but like you now have someone, right, that you've met through online dating.
Right.
So
Okay, that's fair. I was gonna
that
say
would be
like it
considered
depends
successful,
on
no?
depends on what you mean, like what you classify as success.
Okay, in this context, online dating being trying to find someone, but you just the avenue you've chosen is
Yes.
through the interwebs.
Through
Right.
the web.
I say anything. If you're not ghosted, anything is successful.
Oh,
honestly.
that's a very low
in
bar.
my-
so
in
Gabe
my-
sets
in
the
my
standard
experience-
That
here.
is the
In my
bar is
experience,
on the
It's like
floor.
if
she
he gets a
if they
reply to
if they reply to my first line, I did it. Yes.
how's the weather?
If they reply to my opening line, it's like, we're about to get married.
Phenomenal. Yes.
I hear wedding bells.
Oh my god. Yes. In that case, then yes, I am wildly successful.
Wildly successful. I love it. Okay, great. Okay, did you want to talk about that before we go into the questions?
Sure.
Do you want to?
What should I talk about?
I don't know. Share your happiness. That is this
Share
like
the
a
happiness.
honeymoon phase for you guys right now?
Kind of. Yeah. I don't know about honeymoon phase.
Wait,
It's just-
wait,
it's
wait,
just
wait.
nice.
First,
It's
define situationship.
As in like we're not like official.
No
or
labels.
anything.
Ah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. It's nothing like
All right.
serious.
Mm.
Yeah.
But it
Okay.
could.
Wait,
be.
well,
And
it
it's
could be.
nothing
I mean-
defined. It's not defined. Okay. How's that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Oh my god, good for you. I'm so happy for you right now. I get so smiling.
thanks guys. And yeah, it's like new. Like I count. Okay, so that's the thing. I think it's weird with online dating because, like, when you start counting, like for me, I start counting when I meet them in person. Like I don't count all the time that we've talked before, right? Like, but I think it varies from person to person. Like how long? Like what do you count as like how long you've been seeing this
Been
person?
seeing each other.
I count it from like when I actually see them. So like when
In
I've been
person
seeing
talk.
them. Yeah.
All that texting you do before
I
doesn't
don't
really
count
count.
it. No,
Okay.
no. Because
Okay.
because I think that also depends on like how you see, like if the talking is like if you call. I feel like if you video call or like if you voice call, then it might be a bit different. But like I rarely call, so I don't feel like it's
I
that
was just gonna
serious.
ask
I don't
if
feel
you
like
do
it's that
use the
serious.
calling. Okay.
Some people do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've
Yeah.
heard some people do like through dating apps. Just to call the strangers just because they rather call than text.
Yeah.
That's so scary.
How do you feel about that?
That means you're taking time out of your day to talk to the stranger. Like text, you could just kind of leave it be and go to it whenever you're free. But I don't know. I think if I call,
Gabe, I feel like I know why you're not successful on dating.
What? What do you mean?
Not taking it seriously.
Because you're not taking a time
Not
out of your.
serious. Yeah, literally.
Right? No, I'm thinking about the other. Cause no, I'm one of those. I'm the type that is very eager to reply. I gotta contain. I gotta hold back. I gotta tell myself like, yo, chill. Right? So if they call, I'll probably pick up. But I'm thinking.
So
like,
text is a form of self-control, so you don't scare them away.
I see.
Yeah.
And not so much that you could just put them off to the side, and then you don't have to.
See,
That's a player.
No, that's just me thinking. This is me being lazy and not wanting to text everything I want to talk about. Right?
Are you saying that you would say so much? Like you would text like paragraphs?
Yeah, I would like if you're gonna engage in text at that moment, then I would like to have a back and forth.
Right.
Or else it's like texting, put your phone down, and then I'm just waiting eagerly, right? And that's.
Man, okay. In
That's
which case,
so cute. That's so cute.
let's just dive into this, right? Because I'm so curious now.
Okay.
If a guy were to really just send a whole bunch of messages or like be really into having a conversation with you,
Yeah.
does that come on as like too eager? And it's like, whoa, this guy has no life. Or, oh, this guy's really trying to connect.
I think it depends. I think if you are always like, every single time I text you, you respond like within a second or two, that's kind of like it like personally, like it puts a lot of pressure on me to also respond quickly. And I don't have like, a lot of times I don't have time to do that. Not only that, and it's like, if it's every single time, then it's like, okay, what are we doing? What are you doing? Nothing, it seems.
Okay.
It's like,
But
do you
if
have a
it's like-
life?
Well, but if it's like once in a while, like, you know, because I feel like it's normal that everyone has things to do. Like you have downtime and then you have like things to do. But if it's like once in a while, like, and we have a good back and forth conversation, I think that's totally normal. Like, I don't think you have to wait. I don't think there's a certain amount of time. It's like, oh, I have to wait so long so that I don't come off as being, you know.
It's like counting the seconds go by. Okay, now I can reply.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Like
Oh God. I think instead of
And I
doing
think-
that, just like being busy yourself, I think that'll help.
In which
do you guys
case,
do any online dating though? You Rose, Henry? Do you guys do any online dating?
Yeah, what about you guys? You guys are just
Did you or
roasting Gabe.
do you or did you?
I'm taken, so I'm in
Well,
a
like,
Oh, but you can talk about
relationship.
in the
Like, before
past.
that.
Oh, but in the past, yeah.
Yeah, in the past, you know.
I have in the past.
You have?
In the past, yeah.
Are you
But
taken
not-
too? Hold on.
No, I'm not. No.
What is
But
Rose's
I'm-
status right now?
I am
Are you
single.
in a situationship?
I see.
I don't even have a situation.
There's no situation to be in right now.
Yeah.
So someone's got to step her game up. Okay, all right.
See?
No, we need help. We got to use this platform that we have and hype
Oh my God.
hype our friend here.
Yeah. Release your episodes quicker. That'll help.
Yeah.
Release them quicker, and then that way the whole audience is just sliding Rose's DMs.
Yeah.
No.
All
You
right.
can add. You know what? I'm gonna add podcast host on my bios from now on.
Oh.
You know, is that bad?
That's disgusting. That's disgusting.
I don't know what.
In the worst way possible. Not like
Right.
that's so cool disgusting, but I don't want to be associated with you anymore. Please don't do that.
I'm him. I'm that guy. I got
And then
it.
Like,
you have
on
to
your
like
Tinder
you have
Tinder
to
or
tag
Hinge profile, whatever, but-
no, you have to tag our handle to in your bio. Podcast.
Oh
Oh my
host.
god!
Yeah.
Yo, I'm free promo, man. I'm promoting our podcast
Literally
through
promo,
dating
yeah.
apps, and then they're gonna ask,
In
"Oh,
which
what is
case,
this?"
if
And then I
it's
pitch them
just
the
on
idea.
dating apps, do it.
Yeah.
Change it on your dating apps right now. We need the publicity.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yes,
Need
sir.
the
Yeah,
publicity.
exactly. and then I'm just gonna swipe right for everybody, and so they can see.
Yeah, just so that like you get exposed.
It's a giant marketing scheme.
Oh my God.
And then it'll come back in like 10 months, and then it'll just be like this guy who's the host of Stinky Tofu Club said this to me in my DMs.
Oh,
Just,
true. Right?
just think about like when people actually do know you, like if
true.
and when that happens, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
I think it's very sleazy.
You know.
And there's just gonna be a
Yeah.
bunch of girls that, oh my god, I got messages from Gabe.
Oh yeah, and then reputation is ruined.
This man's
Back in
such
the
a
day.
simp.
he's eagerly
Fair
waiting
enough,
to text
fair
me. Damn.
Damn. Okay, so I mean,
Okay, wait, hold
we
on. Back
kinda-
to Rose, right?
back-
what
back
what
to-
did
No, wait,
you
wait,
do
back to
with-
me.
Yeah, back
I was
to
gonna
there we go.
back to Rose. Okay, yeah.
Why back
we
to me?
never got to what she actually did on the online
Yeah, I
dating
know.
app.
Like,
She
what were
just
you
said
on?
she
And, like,
used
how long were
it.
you
What
on?
what? Okay, what apps are you currently on?
Right now, I'm not using any apps, but I've
Okay,
used
what apps
apps in
did
the
you
past.
use?
Bumble.
She's waiting for that natural
Hinge.
connection.
Bumble and Hinge, you know? Bumble and Hinge. Okay, so I have a question for Bumble, right? Because I know Bumble is where girls initiate, right? But are they really? Did you initiate conversations?
I mean, if
Well,
you have to initiate
to.
conversations for them to talk.
Because
to
I've
you,
heard a
right?
lot of guys that use Bumble never amount to anything because the conversations never start. Like, because girls are so not used to initiating. Like, they match, but then that's
Wait,
it.
hold on. I don't know how Bumble works. So is it like they match and then afterwards they're not allowed to text first? The girl has to text first and the girl never texts?
Yeah. So
I think
in-
if the girls
oh,
don't text you, like the match
I think it's like
disappears
24
after 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a time limit too?
Yeah, yeah, you have to. Yeah, I know.
So
It's
my
wild.
happiness lays in the hands of this girl.
Wait, are you on
And
Bumble
then
right now?
No.
Are you on
No.
anything right now?
I'm on Hinge. I'm on
Oh,
Hinge.
okay.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah.
I'm on
No, I mean,
Oh, no.
I don't think. I don't know. I don't think it's like a they're not used to texting first thing. I think it's more of a willingness to text you because, like, I know girls
Oh,
that
it's like
use.
you're not worth it.
No,
I got bored and I smashed with you, but now that I see you again, you're not worth it.
No.
Like a
it's-
double take, right? It's like, oh wait, hold on, let me take a closer look
I
here.
don't
Like,
know.
why did I do that?
I don't know.
5'7"? Ew!
Podcast host. Ew.
The cat's host 5'7"? Disgusting.
Yeah, no, I think like girls that use Bumble, like obviously everyone knows like what the premise is, and like if they want something to happen, they'll have to text first. And so like, I think that not like texting or like never amounting to anything is just like it's either that the girls like don't get to it or they just.
So to all
You
the
know.
lonely guys in the audience right now that are on Bumble, what Jen essentially said, let me translate for you real quick, right?
Stop!
The women know the rules of the game. Everybody knows the rules before they played. And then afterwards, what happened was you just lost before you even got into the ring.
Got it. Yep. You lost the second you downloaded that.
You didn't pass
Oh, no.
qualifiers.
Oh
You're
no!
out.
Yeah.
Try
like
again
I-
next time.
I feel like I should have said it.
Well, okay. So did you do any reaching out then, Rose?
I mean, I did, but then
Okay, cool.
I got bored of those apps really quickly, so like I tried to. I
Because
always
you had to
delete
do the
them.
reaching out.
No, it's not just like
Oh,
it's not
okay.
just for Bumble. Like, even for Hinge, I've also used like Tinder before. But then
Oh.
like it's just like after you use like you're always swiping, right? So after
Mm-hmm.
you're like using it for a while, like I usually delete it after like a week or two because I get so tired.
Like
of,
your thumb
just
gets
swiping.
tired of going left and right.
No, I get tired of messaging too.
I know. I think.
Yeah.
Because it's
I
like
totally
Rose is
get
like in her
that.
mind, it's like it's never the hot ones. She gets all
no,
annoyed.
it's never.
Never the hot ones, and it just gets all annoyed and angry and just.
Or maybe she's a sub and she wants the man to take control, so that's why she just doesn't like Bumble altogether.
Oh my god, you guys. No, I totally get that. Like, I get what you're saying because, like, once you start messaging people, like, it's, I don't know. Like, I think the downside to online dating is that, like, it's like you can only do so much small talk, and you can only
And you have
talk
to
about
keep it
like
going too.
the basics so much that like
Yeah.
it gets so boring most of the time. And like if the other person, like if you or the other person, I'm not talking about the other person specifically, but like if you or the other person are not interesting, or like if you're not like that, creative, or like if the conversation don't flow that well, I don't know. It just feels like you're saying the same thing over and over again. And I totally understand because it gets so annoying and so boring. Like like you don't want to talk to them anymore. Like it doesn't matter what they look like. It's just I think it's at that point it's kind of it's like it lost like it,
Does it feel like you're just dropping your resume every time?
kinda.
Like every conversation, it's just
Kinda.
hey,
How
my
many
name
times?
is
How
Henry,
many times have
and
you
then-
answered the question? What's your favorite color? Like how many how many
oh
people
my
have you
God.
told your favorite color to, or like?
I've never had that
favorite-
question asked. Did you ask that question,
Oh.
Gabe? To your matches?
No.
I'm like, I mean, are we here
Obviously not, okay?
I-
Because that's really bad. That's really bad.
Are you asking girls what's your favorite color? Like, is that
Hi.
what's going on?
What's your favorite
through my
color?
survey, it
Oh
seems
my
like blue is the most common answer. No.
I
no,
buy
of
it.
course
My
not.
favorite color is blue.
Yeah, there you go. See, I don't even need to ask. I've done my research because I've asked. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. I can't.
Okay, yeah. So, damn, I keep forgetting where we were. Jen was
I have no idea.
talking about texting. Well, okay,
Yeah,
no, you were
texting
talking a little
people.
bit about texting, right? And then
Yeah.
you also said that you would then later on meet. So I have a question
Yeah.
for you, Jen.
Yeah, what's up?
How long, like, do you?
How long before
Yeah,
going out?
how long
or-
the texting before you are you the
Oh.
one that usually initiates the meetup or
Oh.
not really, or just it's
uh,
half and half? I'm just curious.
I-
How long do you wait before you meet them in person?
I don't usually initiate the meetup because I'm
Okay.
I'm really busy. I'm
Okay,
like
fair enough.
I don't know, like if they don't ask me, like I have other things to do. Like I don't have
Mhm.
but I do have a preference because I do prefer to see them like within talking. I think my preference is probably a few days to like a couple
Few
of
days?
weeks, like few days to a couple of weeks.
To a couple of
Because
weeks.
I think if you go longer than like 2 to 3 weeks, or like I feel okay, if you go longer than a month or two, I'm just like, okay, what are we doing? Like, have you heard the term like, oh, like you're just pen pals at that point? They're just writing each
I
other.
love that though. That's
Yeah.
so true.
Well, because it is, and like you're just literally just writing to each other like for no reason. And again, it's like it's different if you guys actually call or video chat, but like I don't do that. So like it's just texting, and it's just texting for like a few weeks, a couple months. Like that's really boring. And like for me, a lot of the
months
times,
is long.
for me, a
Months is
lot of the
way too
times,
long.
like I lose interest like before
fair
even
enough.
that happens. So yeah.
So within days, but is it? So I'm trying to get the range right now.
I've
right?
gone out of people
Within
after
24
talking-
hours. That's fine.
I've done that. I mean, that you
Okay.
take a lot of risk though, because it's like you barely know the person, and the
Yeah.
date could go like, the date has a range of ways it can go, and I've had it
Right.
gone real bad, real
Mhm.
bad. So within 24 hours, like that's a real risk that you're taking right there. But like within a few
Okay.
days to like a couple of weeks, I think you get a good sense of, if you have like steady conversation, you get a good sense of like, that they're not a serial killer. So
But
And then-
you've had cases where you've only met them like you chat with them like 24 less
Yeah.
than a few
Yeah,
days,
yeah.
and then you met them.
I've had the time, like the time that it went really bad was when this guy
You met
I
a serial
saw-
killer?
Not really, but he stalked me to my not stalked me, but like he waited outside my house after. Have I told you guys this? I don't know if I.
No, I think I remember
Oh my
this.
god.
Do you remember
Hold on.
that?
I think I remember
this.
this story, but
Yeah.
I don't
He
think
was
Rose
trying
knows.
to like.
Yeah, I
He
know.
I don't
was-
think
oh.
Rose knows.
Yeah. So
Okay,
I was
for
talking to
the
this
purpose of
guy.
this, go with it.
Yeah.
I was talking to this guy, and like I think we talked for a few hours, and I was really free that day for some reason, and he asked me to hang out. So like, I think I started talking to him like in the morning or like around noon, and then he's like, "Oh, are you free today? Like, let's go have coffee or something." So I met him at like 5 or 6 or something like that. The date went okay. It started going downhill like towards the like we went to have coffee, and then we went to go see a movie after. Actually, like it was a really long day, and then but then it started really going downhill like at the movies and afterwards. So I was like, okay, you know what? I want to go home. And at that point, it's pretty late in the evening, and as
If
soon
you
as
don't mind,
yeah,
what do you mean when you say downhill?
downhill as in like it started going really bad. Like it made me uncomfortable.
Like
Was he
conversations
putting on,
were
like-
going well, or like
Or
you
is
just
Because
felt
his
like
vibe was becoming really creepy.
Well, not really, but it's like we were watching a horror movie, and like I think he expected the girl to like want to hold
Like,
on
be
to
scared
him,
and
Hold on to
or
him.
like have some kind of contact. But like I don't know. I didn't like I barely
Jen was
know.
too macho and independent
I
for
don't
Little
him.
know.
does he
I
know.
don't-
She
Little does
didn't
he
do
know
the
Jen
scream
loves
and then
horror
hop
movies,
onto his
and is
lap.
just, like, laughing at all the jump scares and it's like, oh, this is hilarious.
Okay,
Like,
I don't do that. I don't do that. But like I also didn't want to like I don't just do that. But he was trying to hold my hand and he was trying to like and then I was like,
maybe
okay, I don't
he was
wanna...
the one that was scared. He's just like trying to find comfort in your embrace.
He's just trying to get through the 2 hours.
I'm freaking out here. She won't hold my hand.
Amen.
She won't put her arm around me. And then Jen is like, what is this wrong with this
Like,
guy?
what
All
the-
this
like,
guy is
what
was
the
like, I
fuck is
want a
wrong
little
with-
comfort. Yeah, I just want a
No,
little comfort. I'm terrified here.
I mean that is a very well a possibility, but God knows.
Damn, poor guy.
I don't know. I don't have
Alright,
his
continue.
contact anymore, unfortunately. So like we will never find out the real answer. But
No, never.
yeah. So I didn't want to do that. But then he kept insisting that like we hold hands and like whatever. So like and then when you keep insisting, like that's when it gets pushy and that's when it get like really uncomfortable for me.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, like when we got, because he drove us to the theater, so afterwards, I was like, I kind of want to go home, but like I didn't say that at first, but we were in the car and he didn't start it, like he didn't start the car or anything. I think it was he was probably assuming that like I don't know, like we'll talk
Do
or
something.
kiss or do
No.
something
No,
like
no, no,
like
no, no.
normally
No.
like think about it. If you normally like if you get out of a movie and then you like you didn't anticipate anything, you would start the car and be like, oh, where we going and whatever. He didn't start
Dude,
the car
where's
or
the
anything.
police siren sound effect right now?
Oh my god.
No.
Okay.
But yeah, so like that
So you guys
immediate-
just sat there.
well for a bit, but then I was like I had to fake it. I was like, oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I need to go home.
Oh my god, look at the time. Oh my god, is this the time?
Oh my
Or
god,
like,
it's
oh my
10.
God,
It's
like-
almost my bedtime.
It's
I
so
gotta get
late.
home.
Like, oh, I should probably go home. Whatever. And then so he eventually like drove me home. But like he's new to the city, thank God. So like he wasn't. I think like he drove me home, but afterwards, he was like, oh. He kept texting me. He's like, "Oh, we should hang out more, whatever. Like, you should come outside. You should come back out." And then after a while, like we were going back and forth, and I'm like, "No, I'm good. Like, I'm gonna go to bed. Like, it's late. Whatever. I have some like things to do tomorrow." And then after a while, he's like, "I'm outside your like place. You can come down. Like, we can hang out." I was like, "What do you mean?"
Wait, is this the
outside
same
my place?"
night? This is
This
the
is
same
the
Yeah,
same
night.
night.
it's the same night.
This is the same
And
night after
so, like,
dropping.
literally,
Wait, after dropping
He
you
dropped
off.
me off, and then he left, and then he came
left.
back. He came back. He's like, "Oh, I'm outside
Oh
your place.
my
And like, let's
God.
hang out. Let's hang out some more. We can go out and drink, whatever." I'm like, "No, I'm good. Hard pass. I'm so good."
Oh.
And then-
Oh my god.
You know how I dodged a bullet because he's new to the city, so he didn't actually remember where I was. So he was actually because later on he sent me a picture of outside my place, and he was like, "Oh, like I'm outside your place. Like, look." And then I was like, internally, I'm like, "Oh, that's not my place." But I didn't obviously. I didn't tell.
Yo, this part.
So,
this part.
so
of the
he was
story
outside,
killed
not
me.
your place.
Yeah, he was outside, not my place. And yeah, and then I didn't tell him. I'm like, "Oh, like I'm good," but like he was sitting downstairs of someone else's apartment. I don't know.
Part of me wishes he like knocked on the door or something, and then that person's like, "Who the f- are you?" And then that just
Imagine.
whoops his ass.
Poor girl.
Imagine.
She's being stalked for no reason. Just like,
Oh my
Mom, there's
God.
a weird car just sitting outside my apartment.
Yeah, no, that's why
That's
I'm
funny.
like,
Please,
that's what I'm
please
saying,
help.
like,
Now, this
you
part.
take-
This is my favorite part of the story.
yeah, he's sitting like downstairs of not my place. I don't know, like. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you take some real risks, like when you go out with people, especially when you don't know them that well. I guess. But
Okay.
so
I
here's
guess that,
my story.
that was perfect. I guess that was perfect because we were gonna ask everyone's like worst experience. And would you consider that being your worst experience then?
So,
Or do you
I
have
have,
something
I have
even-
some bad ones. I mean, that one is like probably the most like startled I've been.
Okay,
But, like,
fair enough.
Depends on what you mean by worst. Like worst is in
So
like
yeah,
you're
I guess you
hearing...
could say like that one. It was the the one where you felt most in danger.
Yeah, like fearing
Which
your
is
life kind of worse, or
Fearing
it's
your
like
life?
cringing so hard
Borderline-
that I want to die
borderline
kind of
fearing
worse.
for
Like
your
that, I've had too.
Just like you
So-
didn't really want to be there anymore. I think that one was
Yeah.
just. I'm just glad no felony actually happened.
Yeah, it's just
I
like,
know.
Oh, I'm gonna
Yeah.
end up on a true crime podcast.
I
after this
know.
night, you
I'm
know?
like, dude, what is going on here? Jesus Christ.
oh my
but yeah.
god. Okay.
Yeah. So, what about you guys?
Then I
What are
guess-
some of the experiences?
Worst?
Yeah.
Worst experience?
Well,
See,
not
I don't
as
have
bad as
enough
yours, but I think.
experience. Oh no, Henry, go. Henry, go. We can go into my thing.
Clearly, somebody's got a story.
No,
No, it's just
nothing. Henry, go.
it's just I don't have enough experience.
I don't have an experience to be
anyways.
able to know what it was good or bad.
Honestly, Gabe, it's okay. Me too.
I could just call it an experience. That
Yeah,
was
it's just
it.
an
That was what it
experience.
was.
It's not like
Okay.
best or worst.
Let's
I
say
don't
like
know if it was.
the most memorable experience. How's that? if we can't put a qualifier on it, you know.
You
You
can't.
let Rose go.
It's all just N of 1 then, right?
Okay, the most memorable experience I had with dating was actually going out to meet someone, and it was just it happened only one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then like all we did was eat. We went out to eat ramen.
Eat
And
what?
Of course it was wrong.
How was the
I
chemistry?
see.
Of course it
I
was
see
wrong.
it. I see it.
And then it was back when I was in Taiwan. So like I don't know, like I think maybe it's also because like I'm okay with conversing in Mandarin, but I
Yeah.
don't think it's to the point where like, I can keep like that much conversation going, right?
So it was a
The
local
language
Wait, wait,
barrier.
wait.
It was
It's
someone
a language
local.
barrier.
Yes, Henry.
So, I thought your Mandarin was good. You're saying it's like it's good, but for a sustained period. Like you can only go 60 minutes at a time, and then suddenly your Mandarin skill meter needs recharging or some bullshit. Like you use your ulti, and then it's time limited, 60 minutes, and then afterwards you're just like.
He is fluent Chinese, and then later on, it goes to
Later on, it's broken.
Oh, 我也好喜欢你. Oh shit. I ran out of my ability power. We're just gonna have to converse in English from now on. Hi, how are you? I'm so sorry. I hope you know English too.
Oh
That
my
is
god,
so
that's fucking hilarious.
Alti, when you said Alti, I died, dude. Oh my god.
Just like Rose is hitting R, and then afterwards like,
And
no, you
nothing's coming."
cannot use this skill right now.
Not enough.
Okay, no. Okay, so I think I'm okay. Like I can do conversations in Mandarin, but when you speak with local people, there's always things that they say like you just don't understand. Like it's like
Slang, other topics.
like slang, and then they like and like people in like Taiwan or like for example, they use a lot of like not idioms, 成语. What is that
Yeah.
called?
Yeah.
I think
Right?
it's idioms.
Idioms.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
They use a lot of that in their conversation, and then whenever
Yeah.
say, I'm just like, what the.
Even in casual conversation, they're throwing out.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Yeah.
they do.
They do that. They
Words
do
at
that.
people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
So then, like for me, I'm just like I don't even know what you're saying, and I just laugh it off. So
Imagine
totally.
Imagine the guy that she's on a date with is just like all he's getting is like, oh my god,
And then in his mind, it's like, is she an idiot?
like is she good?
I think she's dumb.
Well, totally.
Why am I still here with her?
Oh my
on the
god.
way, I can't. Okay, I was actually like that throughout the entire time we were meeting.
That's so funny.
I was just laughing like, ha ha, like yeah, totally.
Was- like because you didn't understand anything he said, like he's just dropping idioms left and right.
No,
or-
I think it's like I understand like some of the stuff that he was saying because
Yeah.
it's just like I'm not not on the same wavelength or whatever. But then like also like I think I'm just like too awkward. Like I just felt like I'm meeting someone. That was like the first time I was meeting someone like that I talked to online. And then it was
Okay.
like, and then like by myself too. Like usually when I meet new people, there's always like people I know around me.
Okay, I was like, who are
Right?
you going with? What do you what do you mean? Are
I
you going
saw
with
your
parents?
face.
Like,
I saw
what?
your face. I
Brings
saw
her
your
cousin
face, and
on a
I was
date
like,
as
I need
well.
to explain this.
by myself. Imagine you think you're
this
going
case,
on
you
a
could
date.
have brought one. You could
but
have
she
brought a
brought-
translator. I guess
Yeah,
in this
or-
case, a translator would have made sense.
OT runs out, and then her support hops in.
Just let her. Hey, in 30 minutes, I'm
I was
gonna be
more
incoherent.
thinking,
So please, jump in.
Please direct through my translator from now on.
I was more thinking like, imagine a guy's like, oh, like I'm gonna go on a date with this girl, but she brings her parents or something. I'm like, oh, what do you mean?
And they asked us my translator.
I've had one where they brought their friend, so I had to bring someone for myself too.
Did they tell you they were
Okay.
gonna bring a friend?
They were like, yes. They're like, oh, I'm getting, let's get food, and then I guess the day of, he's like, oh, I'm hanging out with this friend right now.
Then
What's
are
that?
you sure it was a date?
So I don't know. So I'm just saying, like, it has happened before.
Oh,
Like,
oh.
I'm kind of glad.
Like was
Oh.
she maybe not comfortable with just being with you alone, and that's why she brought a friend along?
Oh.
Thanks for bursting my bubble, Henry. Confidence shot, you know?
Maybe that was.
It's okay, I've been there
Reality
too. I've had
destroyed.
those rejections too. Don't worry.
guess I
Gabe was
wasn't
probably
as
thinking it
smart.
was double date, and then here Henry
Yeah, I'm
is
just,
telling.
in my mind, I was like, oh my, yes, score. I just got me and my homies just went out with two chicks, like, awesome. And then
like
Henry's
her
just,
point was like, oh, like I
burst
just
my
don't
bubble.
want him to think that this is a date at all.
Gabe's a sucker. If you haven't really caught up, like, I guess there is a theme, eh? From all this Gabe is just a sucker.
A theme. Wait a second.
He's a simp and a sucker.
Oh no. This podcast is just
No.
roasting Gabe. Just roasting Gabe.
I thought this
Somebody
podcast
from
was
the
gonna
fan-
help me with the ladies. I guess
Oh
nope,
no.
not at
No,
all.
it could. We'll have like the golden savior or angel, whatever the fuck, swoop in, and then she's just treats you real good, like I don't know, like what's the term that people use here? Hashtag king or some bullshit like that.
Maybe she'll be a simp for you. You'll get there.
Hopefully. Okay, then. So, would you say what is everyone's best experience then? Like, when was the best day you went on, Jen, through online dating? Like, did this guy pull out all the stops? Like, organize a whole day of activities? Any of that stuff?
Yeah, like oh, this is PG. Anyways, like you were
This is
just
PG.
What are
ready.
you gonna say?
You were like you were so impressed. You were like, yes.
Yes.
Oh my god. Yeah, so best experience. I think there's some pretty good experiences, I'd say. For the most part, the guys generally organize everything because I'm really bad with making decisions and like thinking of
It's okay.
I mean,
We've
I
seen you
just-
try to decide what to have for dinner.
you know what? You know what? I knew that was coming. But no, I also don't like to do it. So I always like, even if they ask me, I'm like, it's fine, you can decide. So that's fine.
funny.
But I've had guys where let me think. Let me think about this one. I mean, an easy one that like comes right to the top of my head. It's like this guy cooked for me, which is really, really sweet.
Ooh, you went to his place? He
Yeah.
invited you.
Well,
Yeah,
okay.
time out. So after a guy nearly holds you hostage in his car and then stalks you to your house,
You went over
you're
to
ready
someone's
to
house.
go to someone's house. And then yes, please wield that knife in front of me
Oh
and make
my
me some
God.
delicious food.
Okay, but like I don't like.
No, I'm joking. I love that you're not traumatized.
I'm all right. I feel like
So
I'm
free-spirited.
pretty, you know.
Yeah.
one of these days you're gonna see me on the news. It's like, this girl.
Oh goddamn!
got
Please
murdered.
no,
Please,
No,
please.
no,
Oh
no,
my
no,
God,
no, no, no,
please.
no.
Let's
No.
not make that joke.
Oh my God! No, please.
No.
Just kidding. Just
Please.
kidding.
Whoa.
But yeah, like that's like the
Can let that happen.
that was an easy off the top of my head thing. Like I think other things, like other gestures that I really appreciated, like I don't know, opening the door to like car doors for me. I don't know, like driving, like kind of taking me places, like picking me up and dropping me off, like that kind of stuff.
So like the simple
Yeah.
gentleman stuff.
Yeah, just like the, you know, I don't know. Some of my friends might say that like, that's the basics, but I'm like, that's nice. I appreciate it. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. What about you guys?
But before we move on, I just want to add, right? I think the root of this thing is saying, I want to ask, how hot was the guy that you went to his house? I think that's what made the big difference.
Oh yeah, like did you do like the whole like
horror movie guy?
Like,
ugh,
right?
Get me the fuck out of here. And then just like smoking hot guy. I'm just like, bring me to your house. Show me where.
And then you're like
your
tracing his back muscles with your finger in the air as he's cooking at the stove.
Show me where you cook.
Please.
That's what I gotta know. How hot was this guy for you to?
Or like you see the mullet and then it's just streamlined.
Abandon all safety procedures and it's just like, yes, I will go to your home.
I gotta say, it's not a first date. That was not a first date.
I've
been out with him before.
That's better. That's the context. That's better context.
Yes, that's context. That's not a first date.
Fair
and
enough.
I think out of the people that I've had, I think guys cook for me twice. Neither of those times were first dates. And yes, I don't know, but yeah. So
wait, and so were both times memorable, or was it just one of those times was memorable?
The first time, I don't know. The guy also got a bit creepy towards the end, so that's also not. The second time was good. It was really good.
Okay.
Yeah, so very memorable. Like this second time. First time,
second guy was hotter. Second guy was harder than the first guy. That's what Jen is. That's what Jen's essentially saying.
Oh my god.
Second guy was harder.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's funny. So you don't need big extravagant activities, but like the intimate, like at home cooking you're good with. Maybe at home watching a movie like at each other's place.
I don't know about watching a movie. I don't know about.
Right. That was my question, right? Does watching a movie become too broy?
Bro.
It becomes I don't know.
Or is it because there's that incentive to like?
It's the inherent
like and chill.
Yeah, I don't like that. And it's also really low. It's really low effort, and you also don't get to know somebody. I think that's an activity that you do like when you're not trying to get to know them.
When you just need background noise.
Yes.
When you're living with roommates and
when
need
you
background
don't want
noise.
the neighbors to hear.
Yeah.
Gabe, coming in.
That was a sound effect. I swear.
Oh my god, Jen really loves watching The Office every night. Just my god, Michael scotting all night long.
Tell me now. Imagine doing it to The Office. Oh my god, I would die. I would actually die. I think yeah, like back to your question. I think anything that shows that like they care about you and they thought of like it's about the care and the effort that makes the most impact. I think like personally, I don't really care about like how much the price tag is of something or like how grand the gesture actually is. It's more about like how you show that like you care and you listen and you like how much effort you actually put into it. So yeah. Yeah. But what about you guys? Enough about me.
I mean, Henry, you haven't. I know you did some online dating, buddy. You've been kind of quiet there, huh? Pointing
that's
the fingers
true.
at
You didn't
me
even,
and
you
Jen.
didn't even say anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
Where's your experience?
I didn't really do online dating. I think the last time I was on a dating app was like more than a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Like 3 or 4 years ago at Christmas when I was back home in Vancouver, and then I got bored.
Okay.
Did you
And
meet
then
anyone?
afterwards, then I just
Taking advantage of that cuffing season, eh? Henry just like knew like these girls are looking for someone to spend the holidays.
some of the conversations were creepy though.
Creepy.
From your-
Like in what way?
In what way?
It was like, no, I don't remember. It was so long ago. It's like over 3 or 4 years ago now. I don't remember, but I just remember it was like she just seemed really random and mildly unstable.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Just
I
one
see.
of the ones that was memorable. I'm like,
Okay. And you can already get that through text.
Yeah.
I assume you guys didn't meet. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming you guys didn't
No,
actually meet up.
Nope. And then I guess not as creepy as just, hey, I'm downstairs. but I literally got. But like, literally when I think this was back when I was in residence in like my sophomore year. I went to go grab food, and then I like walked halfway around across campus, and then this chick just followed me with her friend giggling until I got to the food place, and then asked me for my number. No, she asked me for my WeChat actually, but I didn't have WeChat back then. I don't have WeChat, and then she's like, well, do you have like IG or something? And I don't know. I just felt really weird because she was like following me. I'm like, no.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of awkwardly separated that way. Like, I mean, yes, shoot your shot. I support it, but also maybe like shout your attention before you follow this guy for like 10 minutes, you know?
Don't be creepy from both ends.
Yeah, like maybe catch me while I'm walking down the stairs and then like catch me then, as opposed to waiting 10 minutes until we hit to like the dining hall and then asking me.
Right. She's probably
maybe she was hyping herself up during that period.
I honestly,
like maybe she was building
say, like, if she was
you guys don't wait in the corner for them to be free to go up to them to ask for their numbers.
Suddenly that sounds a little bit creepy, even though that might be the correct play.
Hold on.
I'm kidding.
From what?
I'll just
like in private is the correct play, but for some reason the way you say that, it's like you're just watching them the whole time.
Like, you guys don't watch them until they're by themselves, and then you run up to them,
and then you strike,
and then you strike. Have you guys not watched enough National Geographic?
Oh my!
National Geographic.
Yeah. Nature lover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I learned all my moves.
Oh no!
Wait, no, that could literally be a Tinder bio. Nature lover.
Nature lover.
Learn from the beast.
that'll work, I think. Oh, okay, maybe I don't know about this.
Learn from.
I think it's better than podcast host.
Oh my! I can't. But yeah.
So then, all the people you've met. I guess the next thing I wanted to go. I guess we can go into. It's like first impression icks. Now that Jen, you've done some online dating, I assume you know what your immediate red flags are, or stuff that you see like, oh, they won't be a second date. I'm curious what yours are. And I kind of want to, and I'll throw some out.
Besides the obvious one though, of like not stalking, not being creepy.
Yeah. Obviously from this, yeah. So there's one that came to my mind just now, and I'll ask both of you.
Okay.
Guys that use a lot of emojis in their text.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, I use a lot of emojis myself, so.
Yeah, but we're not talking about you right now. Like, this
the
guy,
guy.
tons of emojis.
Like who you're talking to.
Are you into him or not? Yeah.
It's like, does this hurt the guy's chance? You know.
Okay, when you say like they use a lot of emojis, like you mean
what
like
kind of emoji?
Yeah, like and then like a lot in like one message, or like what do you mean?
I'm picturing like the sentence and then basically drawing out the sentence with the emojis. So it's like,
finishing.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
like
the
so in the
thing?
in the message it was
I'm
like
saying, okay,
emojis
I'm
over.
saying with at the end of the sentence, 5 different emojis minimum.
Like
emojis.
I'm going to cook, and then knife, apple, eggplant, plate. That's disgusting.
No.
I'm not talking about like a couple laughing emojis. I'm not talking about like you say a joke and you say haha. I'm talking about like I'm going on a trip today, and an airplane, Japan flag.
No.
No. That's a no. That's a no.
Painting a whole
Texting
picture
like
for
a
you.
2012 Instagram bio.
Yeah. Okay,
It's
so no.
like that's oh yeah.
That's too much?
Don't
It's too
think this guy's like-
sensitive.
You don't think this guy's like fun? He's like, oh my god, this guy's like an artist using
no.
worth 1,000 words. That's what they say, right? A picture worth 1,000 words. It's like, he's gotta hit the
thinks
word
that a
cap.
guy
The word
like
cap.
that- oh.
So he's just like, let me throw in emojis in there.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I guess
No,
not,
it just sounds so like it sounds too juvenile, I feel like. It just like I don't know, say what you need to say and like use emojis like as appropriate.
Say what you need to say.
Like spit it out, man. Spit it out. Like don't make me interpret your
So like
sentence.
all of the fuckboys on Tinder, bleep this part out. I want to
Oh,
like just
Oh,
that's the first message. Not even like hi, hey beautiful or whatever.
Okay.
Like just I want to.
not like that. Not obviously. Yes. But
so okay,
no,
so but
not
too
like
much
that.
emojis, no, right?
No,
Okay.
no.
No.
Rose,
I
you
think, like,
agree, right?
I
Yeah.
agree. Like if it's
Oh.
just like one or I guess like one like in one message. Like, if it's just like laughing or something like I think that's okay.
Yeah.
But if it's like what you were what you were like describing, Gabe, I think that's way too much.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
another question. And so how many emojis is too many? Like 2 emojis? 3 emojis? 5 sounds probably excessive, but
Okay, is it like do you mean like different emojis or the same?
no, like let's say the same emoji.
The same emoji.
Or say if they're different and then every text has an emoji in it.
Oh, okay, then that's a no. If it's like every message has emoji and then they're all different, then that's kind of I don't know. It feels like they're not taking it seriously.
I
And-
never
and
Oh,
so-
knew.
he's trying to express his, his fun side, his wild side,
Jen's like,
express
it's just
his feelings.
texting. Why are there
Hey,
so many
text-
rules and
No,
questions?
I'm literally-
Hey,
I'm like,
text
I thought
is
this
very
was-
hard to convey tone through
I
text,
thought this
and that's
was
when
common
emojis.
sense. I didn't realize
come
there's
in.
so
Ooh,
many
wait.
questions.
Wait, no. I think Gabe's hit a really good point here.
What?
But before that, let me just finish off emojis because I think it could probably be concluded with this one line. Emojis are like truffle oil. You don't want too much. You just have a stash and a sprinkle every now and then.
Okay.
Yes.
I think
that's a good
so.
that's a good one.
All right.
I think that's a good
Okay.
rule of thumb.
But I think Gabe hit a really good point though because words don't necessarily convey the whole array of emotions because there's no inflections, intonation, all of
I
that.
agree.
And so,
Yeah.
nor pitch, right? And so, what about sending voice messages?
Oh, okay.
Wait, okay, no.
What's the
Before
take
there,
on
I
voice
wanted
messages?
to
Okay.
add one more thing before that, because this is where emojis come in, right?
Okay.
He texts you, "I can't wait to see you" with a smiley face, or "I can't wait to see you" with the devil face. Which one are you smashing? Which one are you smashing? There you go. That's it. That's what I'm talking about. Emojis, everything. Emoji conveys tone. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. That's my night.
Gabe's like, thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Yeah, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. There you go.
Oh my
We
god.
can go to we can go to voice note. We can go to voice message though. We don't have to say anything else about that. We can move on. I think I made my point across.
Where's the gavel? I rest my case.
Yeah, I rest my case.
Very good.
Three
very good.
three devil faces versus 3 smiley faces. Which one are you meeting at the end of the night?
Imagine
go.
if you went to the devil face guy and he underperforms too.
Oh,
That's a
okay.
different story. That's a different story. That's a different story. This is purely texting. This is you haven't met this person yet, so this is
Oh, God.
purely all texting for.
Oh god. Oh my god.
Did you just call it texting foreplay?
Oh, I don't know how else. Yeah, I call it texting for. Wordle foreplay.
Oh,
Purely
my
just words.
God. I
Gabe's
can't
ideal
right now.
before bed activity is playing a game of
He's
Scrabble.
working himself up, you know? Every night working
Ready for a
himself up.
crazy wild night? Whips out the board.
It really gets him riled up.
Zebra, triple.
Oh my god.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Oh god. Okay. I would say back to your question. I would say I think I'm mixed on the voice messages because I think I do really like voice notes from time to time. Not all the time because it's like if you're texting, like you can see the messages and you don't need to be in a private like I don't know. I don't want to like take out like my headphones all the time and just like try to listen to them or need to be in a private area. Like I don't
Because then at that point you might as well call, right?
exactly. And it's also like the length of the voice message also matters because I've had experiences where people would send me like a 5-minute long voice message and I think it was sent on Hinge or something where it's like I don't know if it's on Hinge somewhere, but it's like you can't rewind it. So like every time you miss something, you have to play it from the beginning. And then I'm just sitting there. I'm trying to like, oh my god, there's so much.
Wait, what? That's so funny.
There is so much going on. There's like
Wait,
too much information. I don't know.
Isn't that really good though? Because if you want to know, okay, this is my manipulative side coming out, right? But if you want to know somebody's really into you, you drop a voice message. So you first pre-record a message, right? You have that on like a separate device. Then you record your voice message and then play this in the background at a really low volume. They go back multiple times over like a 6-minute voice message to listen to this.
Oh.
Does that mean they're like way too invested?
It means that they got nothing else to do.
Am I too manipulative here?
No, it means that they got too much hand. Like,
it means
too
they
much
have
time
no
on their
life.
hands.
It means they have no
literally.
life.
Yeah, no.
It means you should
definitely.
probably reconsider
Yeah, you should reconsider your own choices, I think. But like, I think
in both ways.
Yeah, I think it's just like send voice messages, not all the time, and like, you know, try to keep it in like you like stick up one point in one voice message, and then you move on and you break it up. Don't be sending. I swear to God, I'm still so like riled up about it because I'm like I was so annoyed rewinding like the 5-minute one. I'm like, oh my god.
Wait, okay, hold on.
I can't. I don't know what's going on.
For my curiosity,
Yeah.
how many times did you listen to that voice message?
Oh my god, easily like I want to say 4 or 5 times. Easily. Well, cuz like I'm the type of
So you spent almost 20 minutes on this one dude's voice message.
Well, cuz I'm the type to like I want to be thorough. I hate when people don't answer all of your questions like via text or via voice. Doesn't matter, but like when you're texting, like I hate it when they like answer the last question or like, you know, they don't hit like all of the you know what I'm talking about, Gabe. You know what I'm fucking talking about.
But my thing is, why is he posing multiple questions on one voice note? What is this?
But it's
an
not
online
like
interview? Automated
but it's
interview?
not multiple questions. It's like multiple topics of conversation. I think like we're just talking about different things. But like it's so I want to be thorough. Like I want to like you know hit up like all the different points. I don't know. I try to do.
Is that maybe a trap that people could fall into though, where
What?
because you're not message or talking live, right?
Yeah.
Where, like us right now, we tend to focus on one topic. We won't jump from one topic to another. But
Yeah.
because you're texting and something came into your mind, and then
Yeah.
you just sent them another message, now you have 2 topics.
Yeah.
And then, let's say the conversations don't die out, and then something else gets added in. Then you have like 3 topics, 5 topics. When do you start cutting topics?
That's how you. That's. I think that's when
Right?
you
And
need to
does
know.
this pull away from getting to know each other more in depth on one topic specifically because you're trying to balance it with breadth right now?
I get that, and I think that's when you really need to know when to cut out topics versus when to keep responding to one. Like some topics is like you can respond to it, but it's gonna be like, oh, haha, whatever. Like, you know, it's not gonna be of substance. So like if you have like long threads, then like that's when you need to pick and choose. Like, oh, like which one is more of like we're actually having a conversation about it right now. And I do know, actually, I want to add on to that. I do know people that really hate doing that. I know a lot of friends that really hate having like multiple conversations in a text chain. So I think that's also like acquired taste in general. So, yeah.
I love how you called it acquired taste.
Acquired taste. Everyone's different, you know.
It's like you gotta learn to love it, but there's benefits to it.
I think so. When it's not out of hand.
Okay. All things in moderation is what we're learning.
Exactly. But yeah. What about you guys? How do you guys feel about like voice messages? Voice notes in general.
Through dating apps?
Just in general.
Just in general. Honestly, I don't mind it because I mean, if I don't need to text out what I need to say, great. I'm too lazy to do that. So
Right.
I'll send if I'm using
That's
WeChat,
true.
I'll send what I need to say if I can through voice. But if you're talking about online dating, I've never used that. I've never done voice note messages. And even if I did, I don't know. I'll get really self-conscious. Like, should I lower my octave? I don't know.
Lower my voice.
Sure. Hey,
Oh no.
you got a cute
God.
dog on your profile. Want to meet up next Saturday?
Oh my god.
But don't people do that though, where it's like weren't those memes where it's like my morning voice and then like gotta send that voice message out before I lose my morning voice or something like that?
Oh my god.
That sexy morning voice.
Do
No, but
people do that?
if we're talking about voice notes, I don't know. But talking about voice notes though, that's why I think one thing about Hinge is pretty cool is now they do add like in their bio you can add a sentence or two of your own voice. And you hear from time to times, and you're like, oh, this person has a really cool voice, very cute voice. Yeah. So yeah, it helps.
Has that ever made you swipe from hearing their voice when you weren't gonna swipe before, or not swipe?
Yes.
I've never not swiped because of a voice, but I have swiped.
I have not
I've said
swiped
yes
because of a voice. Yes.
Yes, I've never swiped no because of voice. I've swiped yes because of the voice. Yeah.
And so out of curiosity, right? Describe these voices. Let's start with Jen first.
Okay. What do you would describe? Oh, like their bio.
You want us
The
to
voice that made you
imitate the
swipe.
voice?
No, not like well, if you want to.
No, well,
If you have the artistic ability.
No.
By all means.
We're good. We're good.
No.
I mean, some people's voice notes are just really, like, it doesn't tell me much about them. It's like the prompt, like, this is how you pronounce my name or something, and then it's literally just them saying their name. I'm like, this is the most boring man I have ever seen. Jesus Christ. You know,
Name's like Bob, and then it's like, how do you pronounce your name?
It's like, yeah, it's not even like a hard name to pronounce, but it's like you could have
Just
easily
the B is silent.
like
That's what the voice note's in there.
or
You
it's
see
Bo.
being called Bob. His
Bo
name's
is
Ob,
Bo.
man.
No, the O is silent. It's book.
It's like yeah, no, it's like it's either really boring or I don't know. I think it's really boring. It's probably something that like I would have made me swipe left on, but it's but on the on the other side, it's like if they're really funny, a lot of the times it's like, oh, like this is actually really cool that like you their character shines through the voice note, and it's like, oh yeah, I would actually I would like to talk to you actually.
Girls
So,
like the funny guys, eh?
You know, I'm
they're
actually the
funny,
opposite of
creative.
you guys. I don't like voice messages.
Oh really?
Like in general, I don't
Like
like
at
it. Like
all?
yeah, I don't like them. My friend, she sometimes sends me like voice messages, but I just find like a little inconvenient because if I'm with my parents or like in public, I don't want to like play the message out loud, right? So I have to wait until I have like the right environment to actually listen to the voice message. So I'd rather just text at that point. Yeah.
And then same thing.
Wait, but then let's say
Yeah.
for someone who you're interested in romantically, right? You don't you're comfortable with them, but you don't fully know them super well yet, right? Dropping a voice message, is that a yes or a no to get to know them better?
Like I've never met them, you mean, or?
Yeah, like maybe you've like met them through text, you've known each other for a couple of weeks now, you're comfortable with them.
No.
Not yet to the point where you would just like pick up a phone and call.
No, actually, I don't. I mean, like, I wouldn't send a voice message myself. I don't know. I feel so uncomfortable like recording my own voice and sending it out to people. Maybe
I hate listening
I
back.
think it's just me. It's just
I don't
me.
listen back. I just talk, and then it's like I send it, and it's like, oh, it's out there now. It's their problem. It's not mine anymore. I never listen back to what I actually said. So
maybe it's because I'm just like I don't like my own voice. So like I actually replay and listen to my own voice. I was like, ugh. Okay,
don't
never mind.
replay it. No. Just like talk and then send it, and it's like, ah, yes, I responded. That's that.
So the trick is to just commit and then afterwards don't listen to yourself.
Yeah, just say it. Say what you got to say, and then send it out there. And then it's like, now you know your job is done. You don't have to hear yourself. You know what you said. It's fine.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. But I do find I agree though, like it's inconvenient. And the other thing about voice notes is that like for me, like if I'm talking with a friend or if I'm talking with anybody, like sometimes I would go back and see what we talked about, like we can read it. But it's like it's even more annoying if it's voice notes, because then it's like, okay, now I gotta listen
then
to
you
it and
can't
be like,
search it?
what did
Yeah.
I talk about? Whatever.
And then sometimes
But-
the voice message expires. Like, you know, for iMessage, they expire like in a few
Do
minutes.
they?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Dude.
I didn't know that.
If you're ever going to argue with your significant other in the future, just argue through voice notes.
because you never
Now
see
just
it.
go back, and then like they can't be like, oh, on this day at
There's
this time
no
you did
receipt.
that. You just argue through voice notes.
I was arguing with
Oh
somebody
my
on
God.
voice notes, and I know we're arguing. I'm not even gonna pay that shit.
You argued with someone on voice
No,
notes?
no. I'm just saying if no, I've never. But I'm just saying if, because you're saying if in this situation, right? If I know we're arguing, I'm not even gonna bother hearing your voice right now.
That's
Your
true.
voice is the last person I want to hear.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's
Like,
just
why
like
would
a
you-
20-minute voice note, and it's
Why
just
would I
you
sit there
letting
like
it
a
rip.
stupid
Why would you
person get
listen to
yelled at
someone
by a
listening?
phone?
Why would you
Like,
listen to
what do you
being yelled
mean?
at?
Yeah, how
like-
dumb
It's
can
like
I
your
be
mom's
to
like
be
lecturing you, and then you're just sitting there
Exactly.
listening to it.
Exactly, taking yes, it's like
And you
yeah.
voluntarily chose to listen to
You
it.
voluntarily
Yeah,
to
like you
listen to
played
this
it
rant.
yourself, and then
Yeah.
you're just sitting there listening
That's
to it.
true. That is very true. Yes.
Maybe
I want-
you
yeah, I wouldn't even
actually
bother
want
playing
to
it.
solve the problem,
Oh,
and then you want to
boy.
know what they're thinking.
The only voice of reason from Henry.
Rational, very good, very rational.
Very, yeah, indeed. Very, very rational.
I wanted to go back to like profile X and like red flag and stuff like
Oh,
that.
if we're gonna
'cause-
jump into that, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, we are up at a full hour. In which case, if you want to catch the second part, which is how to get that profile banging,
Oh
please
my
join
God.
in for part 2 of online dating. Make sure to drop a follow, like, subscribe. We are Stinky Tofu Club on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube podcast.
Apple
YouTube,
Podcasts.
Apple Podcasts, and
And
Spotify
Spotify.
podcasts.
All of
Go
the things.
follow
Okay.
all of it to get all our content.
We're gonna drop like
Phenomenal.
individual tips on each social media profile. So you gotta follow to catch them all, right?
Yeah.
Gotta
follow,
catch
and
them
Stay
all.
tuned. Stay tuned for part 2.
Catch you next
Bye-bye.
time. Bye.
Bye bye. Thank you, Jen.
Stay up to date on all things Stinky Tofu Club by following us on Instagram and TikTok at Stinky Tofu Club. And full episodes of our podcast can be found on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts at Stinky Tofu Club. Catch you next time. Bye.